See how it did this last night on my webcam. Like everything was set up. I had it perfect. And then I went live and the whole screen changed.
I wonder why.
I have no idea. You want to explain that to me?
Can't. Can't do that.
It's so weird. We've got to.
It's just blurry.
It's weird. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Do you want to turn your volume down?
Sorry about that.
You're so funny, Mom. Okay, guys, happy Wednesday. Happy Wellness Wednesday.
Hi, everybody.
We are back. We've missed you. We are ready to.
Hi, everybody.
Whoa.
You're like echoing around.
Yeah.
How exciting, huh?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I do. I like it. Why did it do that to the. I don't understand what happened.
I don't know. It's real grainy.
It is. Well, not only is it grainy, this is not what we were looking at when we
It's not
were
grainy
set
on the
up.
phones, though.
Okay, well, that's great, but why are we so big here?
I don't know.
Anyway, we hope you guys are doing great and having a fantastic week. How's everyone feeling after this full Virgo moon? I know you're still feeling her energy. She was just here yesterday. She's still full. She's just coming out of it. So, what?
I forgot to bring my stuff in this morning.
I brought it in
I
for
know.
you.
I seen that you did. And I thought about noon.
Oh
my gosh.
That's funny, Mom. Like, I woke up and thought about it, like, and it's still dark outside. I've never woke up where it's still sunny out and thought about it. That's funny. And you thought about it at noon, you said? That's
about noon.
funny. That's good stuff. That is good stuff.
I'm going to have to put it to where I see them every day. Because I have them over in that corner. I'm going to have to bring them out to...
Yeah, you don't do anything with them.
Right.
Yeah. You got to bring them out. You got to. That's what I was just talking to people about the other day. In my live the other day about, like, in before the full moon, my full moon live actually.
Right.
How, we all love these crystals and we think, oh my goodness, I'm going to go buy them and have the most beautiful crystals around. That's great. And believe me, they're beautiful. But you have to set your intentions with them. You have to use them. You have to cleanse them. You have to, it's energy. So you have to let them know what you want. Or, it just isn't going to work. So, set your intentions with your crystals. Use them the way they should be used for the proper things, the proper chakras, the proper body parts, meditation, all the good stuff.
Right.
Use it for all the good stuff. So I hope you guys are feeling okay. I had an up and down. I'm not going to lie. It was up and down for me this full moon. Everything was going great. Everything was good. And then bam.
Wow.
I was like, what's going on? And then I'm like, okay. I had to feel my way through it, talk myself through it. And I had some shadow work to do. So I had some journaling. I had to write some stuff in my burn letter. I have had a lot going on the past couple weeks. But, it's just, you don't expect, I'm always one to just like bury, oh, I'm fine. Yeah, all that just happened, but I'm good. Nothing hurts me. I'm ShelRay, so I'm good. I'm always good. And then you just kind of let it build up and build up, and then bam.
Yeah.
But you just have to work yourself through it. And I'm getting a lot better with not letting it build up, which is a huge help.
Right. Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Well, I think I got it from you.
Maybe.
By the way, I seen a meme the other day. Did you see me tag you in it?
What was it?
It said my trust issues started when my mom used to tell me, come here, I'm not going to hit you. I'm pretty sure that's where my trust issues started.
I don't think I ever said that.
Oh, really?
I think I always said, come here because you're going to get your butt spanked. Aren't you sure about that? Okay, Shelley, here we go again.
You're probably right. I was kind of an ornery kid.
Remember the time you was running from me and you stopped and took a picture of me?
I don't remember that, but That's hilarious. You guys, I was a bad kid. I don't know how my mom and dad did it.
She was ornery.
Yeah, I was
Just
real
ornery.
ornery.
She wasn't bad. She was just ornery.
I was ornery. I was bad too, though. I was a bad kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I say bad, but hey, Carrie Joe, how? Oh, hi, Megan. Thank you guys for joining us. We love it when you hop on and say hi and join in all the fun, good stuff.
Right.
Um, we're just going over the full moon and how everyone made it through. I hope everyone made it okay without too much drama and too much.
I think I was just tired all the time.
This one did. I felt
I
a little
was
more tired as well.
I was tired when I would wake up in the morning
Yeah.
after 6, 7 hours sleep with my gummies.
I can't believe you're getting that much sleep.
Oh yeah, feels good.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, and that's another thing. That's why in my full moon live, I told you guys it's so important. Like we don't realize how caught up we get in the everyday. Oh, I have to be doing this. I have to be doing this until it's time for bed. Until this, but our body tells us and signals us things for a reason. And if you're tired, you should sleep. I don't care if it's 2 in the afternoon. I don't care, when it is. Oh, that's funny, Carrie Joe. Yeah, not me. Mine is just like me, and she's an ornery one, let me tell you. Oh, that Megan Michelle Lee Ray. Oh, my mom always said, God, what?
you,
What?
you deserve it.
Yeah, my mom always said, Shelly, you're going to have a baby, and she's going to be just like you. And I was like, okay, she's going to be awesome.
And she had a baby, and she was just like you.
She's awesome, but God. Lord have mercy. I love you, Megan Ray. Megan Michelle Lee Ray Corzine. I love you to pieces. But wow. Yeah, you are well, she's just very strong-willed. She's an only child. She's a Virgo. There's just a lot of things. She was born on a
She's there.
She was born on a rare full moon. September 1st, a rare full moon, the year of her birth. I've looked and there's a lot of crazy things. Carrie Joe, do not beat yourself up about that. You've got to listen to your body. Your body is telling you, if your body is, if you're feeling tired, you need to sleep. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting sick. I did that a few weeks ago and I didn't listen to my body, and I'm like, nope, I've got to be doing this. I have to get my website done. I've got to get these candles done. I've got to get this product delivered. And I didn't listen to myself. And 2 days later I had a cold, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I not listen to myself? It's the same thing I preach to you guys, and then I don't take my own advice. And my mom, everyone was like, well, don't you tell everyone when you get like that, you need to stop and slow down and take care of yourself? And I'm like, yes.
Hi, Shy.
Yes, I do.
Cheyenne's watching.
Is she?
Yeah.
Where? Hi, Cheyenne.
Where'd she go?
Hi, Shy. I hope you're doing good. We miss you.
I'll probably see you in a few weeks.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, so anyway, we've just had a very busy couple weeks, and we did our first, what do you call it, combo event together.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was
It was
so much fun. Jinx,
chilly,
you
but
owe me
fun.
it was a little chilly. That sun goes down here in Havasu, and boy, let me tell you. I mean, it is the middle of winter. Who gets to have street fests in the middle of winter? Besides,
here.
West Coast is the best coast. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. We talked to a lot of people. A lot of people stopped by, seen our products. Hey Brad, how are you? I miss you. I hope you're doing well. I know you just went through a lot. I've been thinking about you. I've been praying for you. And you and your family have been in my prayers a lot. So please know we're sending you love, healing energy, and just lots of love. That's really all I can say. So We love you. And if you need anything, you know we're here for you. Um, Brandy. Oh, good. You made moon water.
Hi, Misty.
Brandy, isn't it? It is. Hey, Mimi. Um, so yeah, I found out a couple years ago that writing burn letters on the full moon is literally life changing. If you have not done that, oh yeah, a little cold there in Ohio. I'm glad I am not there.
Yes,
It's
little
been
chilly
50
there.
here, and I'm like, I'm a baby anymore with the cold. I just don't like it. So, um, yeah, burn letters are so therapeutic. And Brandy, this is your first one. You'll start to learn that there are some situations that you're going to have to go to that burn letter a few times for. One time is not going to cut it. And that is okay. As many times as it takes, as many times as it. Um, Thanks for stopping by, Brad. I know you're busy and going through a lot. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I am going to be in Missouri next week. Brad, let's please hook up. Okay. Um, I guess I did know what you were saying, Brandy, because I didn't see a mess up. So I guess I just read it the way I wanted to read it and didn't see a typo. Um, but yeah, it's very therapeutic, and you'll notice when you will start to look forward to those full moons to be able to write that down and release that stuff and get it out, because you'll be going through the month, and the more aware you are and the more present you catch yourself being, you will be like, oh my gosh, I need to, because you'll be like, why am I so angry, why am I upset, what's going on?
Right.
And then you'll be like, oh, I know why, I got to put this in my burn letter. That's why.
Yeah.
So you'll go and you'll write it down and just make a note. And then, when the full moon comes around that month, because thank goodness every month, every 30 days, 31 days, is the lunar cycle. So we get a chance to do that. And it is so therapeutic. If you've never done that, Brandy here is telling you it's the first one she did, and it was life changing for her. And I've been doing it now for 2.5 years, and it has literally been life changing for me. It has helped so much in my personal development, with my anger management. I mean, I say that, but I never really had to go through anger management, but I was a pretty angry person.
You put yourself through it.
You're right. I did.
Yeah,
I guess I did.
you did.
I love her.
You did a great job.
Oh, thanks, Mom. So, it's very therapeutic, and it gets those feelings out. You are forgiving people and giving to, you guys always hear me say Gus, God, universe, source, whomever you believe in. I believe in God and my angels. That's who lives in me and guides me every single day of my life. So, whomever you believe in, God, universe, source, you've got to believe that there's something bigger out there, that we were not just dropped here and put in the middle of this earth, and there's just other things of fire and light spinning around out there, just for no reason. And you really just can't be that naive. So you've got to take these moon cycles and utilize them for what they're worth. And when you start writing those burn letters every month, just like Brandy said, it's life changing for her. And that's what I'm here for. If we can help one person with one of our lives. Hi, Heather. I miss you. I miss you so, so much. Brandy, it is. Yeah, you know what, you guys, it's really very important to understand. And that's, you guys think that it's because it's so much later in life that you've carried it around for so long that that's a bad thing. But you've got to flip that and look at the other side of it. You've realized it. You've become aware of it. So now what do you do? Oh, I'm getting emotional. You're becoming aware of it. So now you just have to fix it. And making yourself a priority and writing those burn letters and doing that therapeutic stuff. I don't care what it is. Whatever is therapeutic for you, do it. Do it. You have to. And thank you, girls, so much for sharing that with me, because, like I said, this is the reason we do this stuff.
Right.
If we can help one person get something off their chest or forgive someone, for that didn't even hurt them, or to help them move on from something, then that's why I'll keep doing this every single day of my life. Because my life changed because I woke up and started to realize things and realize what I could do just by sharing my story and helping other people.
Right.
So you just don't realize what Brandy and Gary Joe, you guys just saying, sorry, Mama, saying those things and getting it out there. What's that doing? That is, you're telling your story, and people need to hear that. And don't you forget it. Somebody out there needs you the way that you needed me, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
If that makes sense. So don't ever stop sharing your story. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't ever stop healing, because you healing is healing other people. And that is the best thing that you can absolutely do in this lifetime, is spread your love and light and help other people heal. So thank you, ladies, so much for sharing that with me, because and it's so important. It's so important for us to, I was just looking at I get these things on Facebook, you've grown, keep growing, so this much this month. So I go and I check out my stats where I can see everything. And it's kind of heartbreaking to me because, it makes me realize how much other women cannot help other women grow. How much you cannot, we just have to tear each other down. Like, my men to women ratio was,
yeah, it was always
just so, it's crazy. And, I don't care about that. I don't care that more women watch me, more men watch me than women. I mean, if that's how you want to live your miserable life, then so be it. What I care about is how sad it is. And if I can reach one person by just telling you, you know what, if I helped you, or if you can help someone else by just shining a little bit of your light, then go do it. Don't ever be scared to tell somebody that you helped them, or that, what they did or what they went through made them realize something about themselves that completely changed their lives. Don't ever not do that. Why? What is that hindering you or your growth by lifting someone else up?
right. Well, you know what happened to me Friday?
Tell me.
This guy
Tell us.
comes by our booth, and I crochet, and I have for years, and I just always thought, it's.
You've always loved it.
I've always loved it, and I've always thought that, my family loves it because every time I fix something, they want it. So I know they love it. And so this guy comes by our booth, and he's seen our hats, hats that I had made.
Yes.
And he said, "You made these?" I said, "Yes, I did." And he said, "Well, I think I need one for he bought it for his mother."
He was looking at all of them in the different colors, and he was going through them for a while.
Yeah, he was.
And I just thought he was bored, waiting for his mom to come out of a store, so he was just chit-chatting with us. And
So he bought one, and it was about 15-20 minutes, I guess it was. His mother came by. Now, this is hard for me to get through. She said, "Do you like my hat?" And I said, "I love your hat." And she says, "I always just wear drab, black, brown,
black, white, basic.
brown, basic colors." She said, "But this hat makes me feel so different, and I just want you to know I absolutely love it." And I thought, oh my gosh.
She was crying. My mom started crying. I started crying. It was just a train wreck of crying, and we were all like, OMG.
Yeah, it was. You don't think of something that you do so much and you love doing would affect other people.
That touches other people like that.
Yeah. But she made a believer out of me. She just really, she made me feel so good. Gave me a hug.
Mm-hmm. And then that's what really stepped up your game. So you've been
Right.
doing this with me for a while, and I guess I have a thicker connection with you guys, let's say, than my mom does. So she's always here, and you guys love my mom, and her presence is always much needed and wanted here on our shows. But you guys message me and thank me for it, and you haven't felt what I felt through this yet.
Right.
So that's basically what that lady,
That was, yes.
that was something that you had done, that you had put together, that you had started from the bottom up.
Right. Right. And she just, I'll never stop crocheting now because of that one person. You'd be surprised how many people you can change. And if you just change one, that's all you need.
But a lot of people don't understand that's what starts happening when you follow your path and what you love to do.
Right.
So your purpose. God, universe, source, whatever you believe in, God and my angels guide me, so I'm always going to say God, but
Right.
Gus, God, universe, source, whatever, whomever you believe in, he instilled you with a purpose before you were put here.
Right.
And you've got to find that purpose. My mom's is making things for people, connecting with people. I'm a healer. I help heal people. I have special gifts like in that nature. And you've got to find that, and you've got to connect with that. And when you do that, you will not believe the doors that God opens for you, the things
Right.
that you can do. Did you think, Mom, at your age, honestly, that you would have a Facebook page, that you would have business cards, that you would have stuff made that says "Made with Love" by Momma Mary?
No.
I mean,
No.
and it's because you started doing what you love,
Right.
what you feel you could help other people.
Right.
And how does that make you feel every day? Like, that's I think that's the thing that's indescribable. That's what, try to explain that though.
Yeah, I would make all of these Afghans and stuff for my kids, my grandkids.
Well,
And-
she wouldn't make them. She would start to, I'm sure she would try to make them to sell, but then we would always want them. So of course she would give
yeah,
them
I would
to
give
us.
them to. Yeah. I forgot where I was going.
Oh,
with that.
sorry.
Oh, I don't
You would
know
make
where I
all
was
these things. Of course well, I would say you're starting, did you ever think at this age, or this, you would have your own business and your own cards and your
No,
own
I
Facebook
never-
page.
Oh, I know what I
And
was going to say. Thank you.
You're welcome.
When I would give this to my grandkids and you guys,
Yeah.
I have a son in Alaska, and I sent him one, and I told him, if you're ever lonely,
Don't expect me to finish it for you.
wrap this around you, and it's my arms, loving you. He said, "Oh, Mom."
So how do you expect not to make stuff and then not us not to want it when you say shit like
It's
that?
all made with love. It just, it just is. And I keep making myself one, but I never get it.
Nope,
I
because
made myself how many?
well, you're getting ready
Whoops.
to, right? Though I told you that
Yeah.
it's time to make yourself one and to keep it and to,
Yeah.
have one for
Okay,
you.
let's talk about something
Yeah.
else now.
Well, this is now you guys
Been an
see
emotional week.
where I get my crybabiness from.
Can't help it. I got it from my mother.
We're just a lineage of crybabies. It is what it is. So anyway, Wellness Wednesday, the full moon, that energy, it's been crazy. If you guys are anything like us, you said we've been tired. I've been doing some shadow work. She's been sleepy. A lot of times what being sleepy means, just so exhausted, is you have shadow
Just
work to do
tired,
and you
yeah.
don't want to do it, so you just shut down. A lot of times that's what happens. But you won't realize that until you start doing shadow work and you start healing and you start going through these phases yourself, and you're like, oh, I know why I'm going through this. And you can keep ignoring it. Believe me, I've done that a couple times. But then the next month when you have to do your shadow work, it comes out again. And it comes out worse. Oh, thanks, Brandy. Yeah, it's just what we do. We cry.
We try not to.
We really, really
His eyes
do.
just water, and you can't.
Yeah, Brandy, it is, and it always will until you can let go of it. And that is or Carrie, did I say Brandy?
You said Randy.
Okay, I meant Carrie. Carrie Joe. That is one thing about shadow work. Oh, that is the worst. Is because shadow work, you have to go in and dig deep. And you have to go in and you have to forgive people that are not even sorry for hurting you. And that's hard. But you've got to quit carrying that shit around. It's time to give it to Mama Moon. It's time to give it to Father Sun. It's time to give it to Mama Earth, whomever, God, universe, source, whomever you give it to. Every month I give it to Mama Moon and God. And I pray, and like you've seen in my checklist today, when I did my moon stuff, pray was in there a couple times, because sometimes that's what it takes. And don't just disregard that. Did we get cut off? I'm frozen.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Are you?
Yep.
Okay, well, just refresh. Let's just keep going. We're going to roll with it, because you know what? Nothing's stopping us.
There, we're back.
So learning to do shadow work and learning to heal, it's not fun. It's hard. It brings up a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of stuff that you've been holding on to that you don't need to anymore. So it's time to cut those ties. It's time to let it go, and it's time to move on. And it's time to heal so you can quit bleeding on the people around you that you love unknowingly. Because believe it or not, that's what you're doing. You are bleeding on the people around you unknowingly from your wounds that you haven't taken care of. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. Sometimes that's what it takes to grow and to learn new things and to understand, is by understanding the hard part. And sometimes that's you digging down and having to do the work. So,
Hi, Lee.
Lee, watch him?
No.
Oh. Oh, she said we were gone, but we're back now. So, you know, you guys take care of yourselves. One of my most important things to say since I've been on this, this wellness journey of mine, this weight loss journey, this personal growth transformation, is you cannot take care of others if you don't take care of yourself.
Right.
And if you do not take time for your health, you will be forced to take time for your illness. That's just the way it is. And, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way around it. You can try to do it. It is, Brandy. It is going to be worth it, and it's hard. But guess what? Those people that are doing the hard work and digging down deep and really, not just posting about it every day on Facebook, that are really digging in and doing the work and doing the things that they want to do and finding their path and finding the things that they love to do and just enjoying their life every day, that is when you're going to start to see their lives fall into place.
Yeah, you'll be getting rewards.
Yes. Yeah. And it's not always fun. I just went through a huge situation where, I was working again in a place that I absolutely loved. I loved the place. I loved the people. I loved the guests. I loved the owners, except my boss. My boss was so toxic that I loved it so much that I put up with it for 5 months. And then finally I got tired of it and had to walk out one day. And, of course she made it a big deal. She's trying to ban me from the place for 6 months for no reason. It's just a lot of drama that's not needed. But where I'm going with this story is I got that job and needed that and had to deal with that toxic person to learn those lessons, to meet the people I needed to meet for the next phase of my life, to go where I needed to go, to do the things that I needed to do, to make my dreams come true, to make me be able to help other people. I've met that man through someone at that place, but that's how it goes. If you don't go out and do the hard things sometimes, you're not going to get those doors open for you that you need to open. If you don't go out and learn the lessons. And every single person that you come across in life, they're either going to be a lesson or a blessing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. A lesson or a blessing, and it has to go in one or the other category. The lady for me was a lesson. That job for me was a blessing. And, I had to write a lot about that in my burn letter and heal from this situation, because I'm no longer at a place where I want to be, because of one person. And it's sad. But, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to set boundaries, and you have to not let people treat you a certain way, or they will keep treating you that way, like this lady did to me. And at some point you have to cut the bleeding. If you don't let go and sever the ties, then guess what? Whatever you're holding on to too tightly, that's going to cut the circulation off of you, and you can't do that. So you've got to do what's best and what's healthy for you. Yep, that's right, Brandy. A season or a reason. And you have to not dwell in those times. You have to take it for what it is, and in that moment be like, okay, you know what? Wow. She treated me like shit. She's still trying to treat me like shit. I've got to let this go. I've done here all I can do. I've met the people that I've needed to meet. The people I worked with were so absolutely amazing. Heather, Jason, all the people at the front desk, Lee, Megan, Nathan, just, I love everyone there. Joelle, the people in Martini Bay, I loved everyone. Mr. Flatley, just there, there's one, there is one department there that is so toxic that it's just, I did my best.
Yes, you did. But you know what? The owner of the place absolutely loves you.
He does. And that's what's sad. Like I don't even know if he knows that I'm gone, or, and I don't know what he's heard. And that's another sad thing. Does he know this lady still owes me money? Does he know, these things that, no, he's not going to. And I had to put this in my burn letter and let it go. Otherwise it's going to keep driving me and getting under my skin and keep eating at me. And I can't let it do that. So I know that we live in the same place. At some point, God, universe, source, whomever that is, will put us in the same place together. And, he will know that my severed ties from there were not because of me. And, I've already talked to a few owners that own there, and they want to know where I'm at. And a couple of them asked.
One of them.
One of them asked Mr. immediately. She said, well, does so-and-so know? And I'm like, I don't think so. She's like, well, I'm pretty sure that, I don't know. It's just, you guys have to understand that these situations you're going through, if something is going bad, you have to take a step back, evaluate the situation, and realize, okay, why am I in this situation? Did I serve my purpose here? Did I meet who I needed to meet? Am I going to continue to let these people treat me this way? Or am I going to set my boundaries, stand up, put my foot down, and know that God, universe, source, they have my best interest at heart, and they're not going to let me down. So if I do what I need to do here for myself, more doors are going to open for me.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. So, it did. And that's exactly what happened. So,
Mimi says self-care, self-love is so important.
It really is. Yes, Mimi and Brandy, you are right. It does. And when you watch that person treat other people so badly and you cannot say anything, it's just, let me give you guys a little example. And I'm going to shut it up and leave it alone. We were at a meeting, a team meeting, a work meeting. And she's going over all of our goals and our dreams. And I'm doing all this. So I am gung-ho, right? Because I have my intentions written down. I have goals, 6, 9, 5-year goal. What do you want? I have it. So, we're all in this meeting and going through it. And I speak up and I'm like, well, what if she's like, okay, well, who has met or will meet their goal this month? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, what if you've exceeded your goal? I was really happy about that because it's probably one of the first months in all of my personal growth in the past 5 years that I've done that. So I said, ooh, well, what if you've exceeded it for the month? You know what her words to me were in front of everyone?
What?
We don't do overachievers here, Shelly. Yeah, Mom. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Oh. Okay. So, I just took a step back and then I refused to talk in the next meeting.
Right. Well, yeah.
But she was giving away freaking London Bridge Bucks money, and I shut up and didn't say a thing and didn't get anything that time. I was like, son of a bitch. And that was just me. That was my ego. Okay, well, I'm not going to say a thing this time. And I shouldn't have. I still should have just went on and shared myself. And if she humiliated me again, then so be it. That was just something that I
She
would say
liked
that
doing
she
that
would
to
have to
you.
live with. She likes doing it to everybody. I would say that she would have to live with, but she's one of those types of people that it literally does not phase her at all. She still sleeps at night, and but she is sick all the time.
But you have to really understand too, when she tears someone else down, she feels she's building herself up.
Exactly. And
That's
that's
the only
why
way she can build herself up
right.
is to tear someone else down.
Yes.
So it's, you know,
And unfortunately, the people like that you have to put, in your life for they're a lesson or a blessing. And she was a lesson. And I met the people there that I needed to meet for God to take me where I needed to go for this next phase of my life. And it's about those little things. It's about understanding. It's about knowing where you're going and what you're wanting to do. And if you don't know where you're going and what you're wanting to do, it's like getting in your car and going to the grocery store and just getting in it and backing out and not going anywhere.
no direction.
No direction. You don't know where you're going. How are you getting through your everyday life? What are your 6 months goals? What is your year goal? What are you going to write in your intention letter for the new moon next month? What are you going to write in your burn letter next month? Start being more intentional with your life so Gus can be more intentional with you.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just living about here. And I just don't want to be that person that, goes to their deathbed and goes to the next phase of their life with all this unleft stuff here to do. I have so many things I want to do, so many people I want to help, so many, things I want people to know about.
I'm still doing it and I'm 79. So everybody's you got plenty of time.
It's
You got
never
plenty of
too
time
late.
to do what you want to do.
It's never too
Right.
late to follow your dreams.
Right.
I believe that 110%, Mama. I know you do. Yeah, Brandy, I don't know. Like, when she interviewed me, it was amazing. Like, she talked about intentions and personal growth and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is exactly where I need to be. She's, so nice. And then the next 3 times I seen her, she didn't even speak to me. And then and then it just got worse from there. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it, but I can't dig too much into it anymore because,
Gotta let that go.
Yeah. I wrote it
Let
in
her
my
go.
burn letter, so she gone. I'm so glad that freaking turned off.
It was noisy.
Well, it's cold.
Oh, I never noticed that.
So, but yeah, we want to talk to you guys today more about what?
I don't know. I just got goosebumps all over me.
Oh, see? Ooh, oh, that's weird.
Yeah. From what?
What were you thinking about?
I don't know now. Oh,
You're supposed to pay attention to that stuff.
I don't know, but I did.
Yeah, Brandy, see the world, girl. Like, you can't, you've got to follow your dreams. You've got to do what you want to do and, find a way to do that. And the key to doing that is finding your purpose. Like, what could you do every single day of your life and be happy about? I've finally found mine it took a lot of trials and tribulations and this and that and wanting to be this and doing that. But when you find it, you'll know.
Right.
And once you start following that path, and once you just start living your life and being happy every day, that's another thing. When you just start living your life and you're happy every day and you're living in gratitude, you're thankful for something, shit's just going to start coming to you like you wouldn't believe. Because you're living in a state of gratitude. You're happy, you're vibrating higher. Instead of sitting home being worried about, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. I got this job. I have to do this in the morning. I'm going to have to run into this lady. I'm going to have to see this girl. This lady's going to be a bitch to me. This one, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that.
How many more years before I can retire and get
Yeah.
out of this mess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doing that is just attracting more of those things to you.
Right.
That lady that, is being that way towards you and, doing those things. But, some situations you can't get out of. So, Yeah, Brandy, that's what I'm talking about. It is time. It's your time. And that doesn't mean, my daughter, we're healing things right now because she was really upset with me for a while. Her dad and I just, like I said, we lost everything and moved across the country. And she was hurt. But she's grown and she's married and she has her own children. So, you can always be there for them and um, go back and visit. But, don't build your life around their adult life, basically. Because, you know, then where's your life? And haven't you did that enough? Like I'm 48 years old now. I took care of everyone else my whole life. You're the same way.
Yeah.
And it's time to just start enjoying ourselves and enjoying our life and doing what we want to do and doing what makes us happy. And the people that are going to align with you and fall in line with you are going to line up and do it. And the ones that are not meant to be there will not be there anymore.
God gets rid of them.
Yep. He removes them from your life. You know why? He heard conversations you didn't hear. And you need to know that.
Right.
Yeah, that is awesome, Brandy. I did that a lot too when I was back and forth with our dog training business. So I got to take care of our daughter a lot, and then also with the business I was back and forth. And but then when I did, go, I would take her or the grandbabies with us. So I was very, very fortunate with all that, and I lived a pretty cush life until COVID hit, and it kind of just it took everything away. And when you're not used to living that lifestyle and doing those things, it kind of just, takes you into a different, you have to learn to live your life a different way. It's either do or die. You are either going to excel and move up and give it all you have, or you're going to be stuck and miserable and depressed the rest of your life.
It's not worth it.
Mm-mm.
It's not worth it.
No. And I knew I was
And that's
never
not
going
what
to be
God
that.
wants for you either.
No. Your life is meant to be abundant, happy. Just you're supposed to just live in gratitude and be happy every single day. I mean, I know that's not feasible because of the outside world, but sometimes you've got to shut the outside world off. And
Right.
that's where our Wellness Wednesday comes in.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Because if you're not mentally, physically, and emotionally happy, it just isn't all going to work. So if your brain's not happy and your health's not happy, you just cannot be happy. That's why it's so, so important to get these supplements in your bodies. And it's so good to meditate your chakra system. You've got to know and understand those energy centers in your body. It was actually 1 year ago. It came up in my memories. I did my chakra class, my chakra course. So, knowing about your chakras and knowing about your endocannabinoid system are two majorly important factors going on in your everyday health. Mind, body, and mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Right.
That's all there is to it. You can believe me, you cannot believe me, you can blow it off, do what you want to, but you're just going to continue to keep being ill if you do that. If you do your research and start to understand and learn things, your whole life can change.
And you have to remember when you're like that, when you're down and you're depressed, people around you, they get those vibes. So,
Energy.
yeah, the energy. And they don't like that either.
No one does.
No.
We all know negative Nancy. Everybody like, oh gosh, here she comes. She's going to be complaining about something.
Right.
It's called an energy transfer. I posted something about this the other day on my Majestic Moonchild page. Energy is real. We are all just made up of energy. Put you under a microscope, you're just going to see vibrations. It would freak you out. Okay? But you have to understand that we're all just energy. And when you are negative and I could be having literally the worst day of my life. And if I choose to get up and go out in public and I say hi to somebody and they ask me, hi, how are you? I am
great.
100% going to tell them, I am great. How are you? I hope you have an amazing day. Because I am not going to bleed my bullshit onto them. I'm going to come back home with my tub of ice cream, with my weed, with my meditation music, with my crystals, with my oracle cards, and just do my own thing.
Right.
Okay? Because nobody wants that. And nobody likes a gossiper. Nobody likes a negative Nancy. Nobody likes that. Energy transfer is not good for anyone. So stop doing it.
Right.
Stop doing it. If you're not feeling good, if you're having a really shitty day, stay home. If you can't stay home, then do what you need to do before you leave the house to make your contact with people as minimal as you can. Or, I mean, be a grown up, be an adult. I mean, sometimes we have to just sugarcoat shit and get over it. And
Right.
it is what it is. You know, just nobody needs to deal with your excess, horrible energy. Okay? Yeah. You have to, Brandy, and it's your intuition. It was your higher self, your subconscious letting you know, like, you cannot keep doing this. It kind of, at some point, it's like, it has to stop. So, um, that is Brandy. That is huge. And yeah, that is something that more people than we know have been through things like that. Um, it's hard. And at some point, though, we have got to help them heal and have got to help them understand it is not their fault. But the only way they're going to get past it is to heal and to forgive those people.
Right.
And that's the only way they're going to be able to move on. And sometimes that's the hardest part. The children that get hurt, the sexual abuse, the raping. I mean, the
Yeah.
the abuse of the children, the elder, the things that is just
Got to give it to God.
yeah,
Got to give it to God.
yep. You have to.
He'll take it and make you whole.
Yes. Yep. Brandy, if you want to message me, you definitely can after this. It's a very private matter. I'm not going to get into things on Facebook. Um, if you want to talk, let me know. I'm here. Because anybody that you know is hurting from things like that, we should try to reach out to those people. We should try to be that light. We know, it's like letting a injured puppy lay on the side of the road that's been hit. Who would do something like that?
Right.
You can't. So we have to try to help and heal everyone around us. And if you're trying to hurt and hinder people around you more,
What you put out, you get back.
yeah, don't be that person. Don't do that. Children, I don't care what it is. If you're just, you know, hurting someone, I don't care if it's with words, physically, mentally, emotionally, you can't do that.
Words cut deep.
Yep.
They cut deep.
I mean, sometimes the words are just as bad and they stick with you longer than the
Right.
physical abuse.
Right.
And you and I have both had to heal and do some shadow work
Right.
from things that we were told as children that people said that we didn't even realize that that was the turning point for us. That's why we stopped writing poems, or that's why we stopped. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you don't realize until you start going back through and doing that shadow work, though. You don't realize how healing it is and how therapeutic it can be. So that is just why it's so important. And I tell you guys to talk about, the journaling, the burn letters with the moon cycles, setting your intentions. I am really, 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 I've really been into Florence Scovel Shen for like 4 months, maybe 5 now.
I don't know.
6 months, actually. It was right when I got my job. I love her. And one of her books is Your word is your wand, and that's because we do not realize how powerful our words are. Spelling, it's a spell. Um, don't take that to the witchy side. Like, geez, for God's sakes. Um, just, understand that what you say, love you, Mimi, good night,
Love you, Mimi.
sweet dreams. What you put out there is what you get back. So I don't care if you're hateful, rude, conniving, steal, cheat, lie, it's coming back to you in one way or the other. Whether it be physical, emotional, it's coming back to you. It is what it is. If you live your life honestly, happy, vibrating higher, things are different for you.
Right.
It is what it is. So that is why it is so important for you to take care of your body, your endocannabinoid system, your chakra system. Oh, Brandy, yeah, you should start doing it again. I quit in junior high, and I remember exactly why I stopped. But I didn't remember why I stopped until I started doing shadow work. Like, I couldn't remember for a while. But then I remembered why I did. And it was hurtful. And I'm sure it wasn't even, like, meant in a bad way. It was, but it hurt, and that was it for me. And I let somebody stop me doing something for 30 years.
Wow.
And you guys, that's why my mom and I are here. We just want you to know that you don't let people make you feel that way.
Oh, I still say that sometimes when I get dressed, or
Yeah.
I'm always saying, well, that I can't do that, or
Mm-hmm. And what?
that looks, I can't wear that, or my legs are too short for that, or just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That means absolutely nothing, but
It does mean a lot.
It bothers you
Yes.
more than what you know.
It doesn't bother you. You're putting that out there, so that's what's coming back to you. That's what you're telling God, universe, and source you want. They don't have a sense of humor. They don't know you're joking. They don't know that. I used to literally say, whenever I was a big girl, I would always gain weight in my back and around in my stomach. That's always the only place I gained weight. And it's crazy. That's what I put out there, so that's what they gave me. I guarantee you right now, if you think of something that you always say, it's been something you've always said, it is what it is. I wake up every night at 3 a.m. Guess what she does?
I say that all the time.
Guess what? God wakes her up every night at 3 a.m. That's what she's telling them she wants.
I know.
It's hard. It's hard to understand. Yes, Brandy, manifesting. And see, our grandparents, our ancestors, they knew about that stuff. But they also, it was unheard of back then. When my mom and I went to that big thing in Texas where that Jesus, they showed him being crucified and all that.
Oh my gosh.
That really woke me up. I honestly believe 110% of my heart. Jesus was only crucified because he was a healer. Listen to me, hear me out. He was a healer. Therefore, they classified him as a witch. Remember the witches
Maybe
they
so.
burned at the stake? I mean, that's just my take on it. They didn't give him a reason why they crucified him ever, though, did they? Didn't he heal people? Didn't he make bread and shit out of nothing?
Fish.
Didn't he split a Red Sea? It was called magic. It's called intention. It's called your higher power. And they didn't understand it. That is my take on it. And they never gave him a reason why they crucified him.
Never.
And I honestly believe in my heart it was because he was a healer. And I think I was meant to be there and see that because I am a healer. And it made me 110% not be scared. If anything, it pissed me off more. Because why didn't someone stand up for that man? Why did they let that happen?
Right.
Us healers, us light workers, us earth angels, us people are here that are bring light to the world, to all this fucking evil that is going on right now. It is time to rise up.
So much.
It is time to rise up. It is time to spread our light. It is time to get the truth out there. Your endocannabinoid system, your chakra system, essential oils, herbs.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. It is really, really amazing. So let's just, before we get off here, we've been gabbing for an hour already.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? Let's see this. So you guys, I got well, my mom, you guys know my mom loves this. As soon as we got these in, as soon as I got these in last month, I had a few people put an order in. So I did my rounds and checking back on with them. You go ahead. I'm going to take this real quick, but I want you to go ahead and give them your take on these products.
These products are actually something that has brought me back to life. Has made me, you know, it's hard to explain. When you just take a few drops of an oil and you can move again, it's amazing. I think they're wonderful. I really do believe that if you have a mother or an aunt, a daughter, an uncle, a father that has any problems whatsoever, I'm telling you, this will help whatever the problem is. It's our endocannabinoid system. I said it. I had to say it fast.
I am so proud of you.
And everybody has one, and it just, I didn't know it. But ShelRay has done so much research.
I have done a lot of research.
Oh my goodness. On the endocannabinoid system. See, now I can't say it.
Yeah, you can. Nope, don't say that. Don't say you can't say it. But we just don't realize how much putting these natural supplements, good natural supplements, in your body helps you. Right. Like I was saying, my friend messaged me back. I asked her how she was feeling. She said she's feeling great, loving the oil. She's getting ready to order another bottle soon. And that is why I keep doing this. Why I started doing this was because I seen the change in me. And then my mother told me that I changed the quality of her life. Right. So that in turn changed the trajectory of my life. So we're just here for you guys. You know, we want you to know we have oil. If you're hurting this stuff, I got to tell you, I've never had anything like this before.
That stuff is that mine? That's fantastic.
So this is literally just a, can you see? You can kind of see. This is just a CBD infused pain stick, okay? Rub this on. Shoulder, neck, knee. I've been working out. Casey's been working out. We're getting sore, tense muscles. This has been an absolute lifesaver. Game changer. It's just absolutely insane. 2,000 milligrams of CBD in this bad boy. 2,000 milligrams. That's medicinal CBD. We're not messing around with this.
Immediately. It's not something that takes an hour or half hour. It has to get into your system and then go here and go there. It goes right to the point that hurts, and it stops it. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
It is.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you need to do that. You're feeling something, you need to let them people know. And if I miss it, that's why we bounce so good off each other. So we'll be here, Brandy, for you for sure. I unfortunately am taking down my Etsy shop. They took down all of my CBD and hemp products and said it is prohibited on their site. So therefore, I am putting my website together, and I'll have my shop on my own page where you'll just be able to go add to your cart. I'll be able to take it and fill it up, and boom, let's do it. So I'm tired of people trying to shut me up. I'm tired of people telling me this plant is a drug. I'm tired of people telling me that hemp is illegal. It's not. None of the above is correct. So I'm going to be here till the end of my days.
Me too.
Talking about it to you guys because I know what it's done for me, and I've seen what it's done for other people. And that just makes my life all the worth it. So,
I know. The oil is wonderful. The rub-on is fantastic. The gummies are
oh yes,
out of this world for
sleep
sleeping.
gummies.
I mean,
Can
I
bring a
sleep
bottle
at
of
least.
gummies?
You want me to get mine real quick?
Nope, I'll grab them. You keep talking about your sleeping.
I sleep at least 6 hours a night. I go to sleep sometimes at 9 o'clock, and I wake up at 4, and I think, oh man, it's 4 o'clock. But then I stop and count how many hours I slept. I'm wide awake. I sleep good. The gummies are just, and they taste good. That's another thing. I wouldn't take them if they didn't taste good.
Yes.
But they taste good, and that's one reason I take them.
Everything about them. So these are the gummy bears that my mom takes. So these are full spectrum. These do have a small amount of THC in them, the legal amount. But your endocannabinoid system needs that amount of THC. Mom, do you feel high when you take these gummies?
No.
Thank you.
Hi,
Okay.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
It's been a long time.
My mom's just telling everyone how amazing she feels and all the awesome sleep she's been getting. So, she is on these gummy bears. They're just amazing. We also have, so there is broad spectrum and full spectrum. These are full spectrum where they contain some THC. These are going to be no THC at all. And they're going to be just CBD with melatonin.
But your body needs THC.
Yes.
And you can take blank.
THC.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh.
What was I going to say? Oh, and not get high from it.
Yeah.
You don't get high from it. I don't.
No. Well, and just people think that because it's sweet, it's the devil's lettuce. Blah.
Well, I don't like the taste of it, so I don't like it. But
Well, I smoked shit out of it. Some people prefer, she doesn't like the taste of it, so she prefers it in an oil. She prefers it in a gummy. A lot of people do. I prefer to smoke it. It is what it is. I mean, I take gummies too and the other stuff. But smoking, certain terpenes in there have done so many amazing things for me. The weight loss, the medicinal benefits of all of it.
Well, I think the oil.
Everybody's different.
Right.
Everybody is different. And not one thing is going to work for you the same is going to work for somebody else. But you've got to understand you have a cannabinoid system and a chakra system. So taking chemical pills isn't going to get you feeling any better at all anyway. Period. That's just, it is what it is. So my mom and I are here to help you with your sleep needs. Does this one have? So this one right here is just 1,000 milligrams of CBD isolate. So I would give this to children. I would give this to elder. I would give this to anyone. Anyone can take CBD, and everyone should be on CBD. And like my mom said earlier, I got her feeling so much better. I changed the quality of her life.
Right.
So don't you want to change the quality of someone you love's life as well?
I was at the point where I couldn't raise my arms up.
You couldn't.
But I do now.
Right.
Couldn't walk hardly at all. Not very far anyway.
Right.
But I do now.
Do now all over the place. We're just here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
But we're going to go, guys. Our Wellness Wednesday. We love joining you. We're going to have so much. We're going to start getting together like a checklist, and we're going to start going over certain things. So if you guys want to, talk about or anything or have suggestions, send us a message and, let us look into it a little bit and answer your questions. So right. Yeah, it's just, you just never know how it's going to hit. And you probably, people don't understand that there are certain things and certain strains that can do certain things if you're feeling a certain way. So there's just so much that plays into it. But I would rather look into something natural for myself instead of going and getting prescribed a prescription pill with the list of 50 side effects that are insane. So, um, we love you guys. We will see you next Wednesday for sure. Maybe before then. Who knows? We come and go and do
Never
lots
know.
of things. Right. But we love you, and we will see you guys next Wednesday. If you have any questions, please let us know.
Timmy is a mess
I
over
know.
there.
I know. You want to say bye? Anything to say?
Love you guys.
Bye, Brandy. Thank you. You're amazing.
Love you so
Thanks for
much.
joining us.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.